Hey, it's Adam Cardinal, Cardinal and Company team at HomeSmart. You're about to watch Next Level Home Ownership, sponsored by TMF Mortgage Professionals at Shamrock Home Loans. Great informative series, all about bringing your home ownership to the next level. Enjoy the show. Hey, welcome back to Next Level Home Ownership, sponsored by TMF Mortgage Professionals at Shamrock Home Loans. And guess who's here? It's Meghan MacAdams, how should we introduce? President?
Yeah, president works.
President of TMF Mortgage Professionals at Shamrock Home Loans. Welcome.
Thank you, and thanks for the raise and the promotion. That's really nice of you.
Well, thanks for sponsoring the entire video series here, right? It's going to be very informative. Make sure you're watching them all. So this one, we're going to be talking about bridge loans. And with the way things are, if you're watching this now, it's 2023. Nothing changed from 2022. Who knows what's going to happen in 2024? But there's very low inventory. And when a seller has a house to sell, but they want to buy something else, and you've got to juggle to do those two things at the same exact time, it can become very difficult. And a seller on the other side doesn't want to accept an offer subject to the sale of a house. So that's where these bridge loans come into. So what is a bridge loan? And just briefly, and how does it work? Like if you were going to give a brief synopsis.
So a bridge loan allows you to, it's kind of like a cash out refinance on your current house. So it allows you to tap into your equity, and most people these days have a good amount of equity because the market's great for selling. So it allows you to take some of that money, and that becomes your down payment on the next house. So it allows you to retain your current home. You take out your equity, you can go up to 80% of whatever the house appraises at. We obviously pay off the old mortgage, and then that loan is actually a zero payment mortgage. So that means that moving forward, when you find your next house, that's the only payment that you have to be concerned about. So you take your equity from your old home, you move it into the next house. Don't worry about paying this. You then have 12 months to sell your old house. Mm-hmm. So, if you wanted to paint it, freshen it up a little bit, great product for that. And then, once you sell it, you get the remaining equity. So that comes back to you as well. You could certainly dump that on the principal, or you could just keep the money aside. The nice thing about it is that, the refinance portion doesn't have a payment on it. So it allows you to, move forward with just that one payment. Most people, even if you can afford two mortgages, who wants to pay them?
Exactly.
So that's the big perk there.
Yeah, between having to pay two mortgages, that would make me mental. And then just trying to get your offer accepted with that contingency is a mess. Especially when homes are in such high demand. Now, what happens? So, if somebody is blessed enough to not owe anything on their house, they don't owe a dime, so they could literally sell their house today and have all the cash. But are they still eligible to take out a bridge loan so they can still buy that other home?
Yeah, absolutely. So you don't have to have a mortgage to get paid off. If most of us have mortgages, so that's the common one that we see. But if you've paid off your home, you can still do this. That's okay.
So we did touch base on some of this in that first segment, but we'll kind of reiterate. So, am I making monthly payments on that bridge loan?
No, you're not making payments on the bridge loan.
Yeah. So for this specific product, we were talking actually earlier before we were recording, there are multiple types of bridge loans. So make sure you touch base with your lender. We're hoping it's TMF. And to talk about bridge loans and the options, because there are some that will take out the money for the down payment, but then you're still paying the mortgage on the first house and still paying it on the second. And the bridge loan itself is frozen. But this type is a whole different thing, where this whole thing is frozen on the house that you're selling, and then you're buying the new one and then selling the old one and not worrying about those payments. Anything of importance for the bridge loan? How about your DTI, your income? What else is important to know if somebody's interested in the bridge loan?
So there's no income restrictions on there. They do want to see a 680 credit score. The company that we're working with for these right now, they tell me that they have ways to get exceptions on things. Mm-hmm. So, like everything, if there's a lot of compensating factors, I wouldn't hold directly to, what the flyer says. Mm-hmm. We reach out and we try to get things through. If it's somebody that's really, really wanting the bridge loan, they can always say no, but we could at least try, or we could give you some tips on how to get there to be able to get that moving in the future. But 680 credit score is what they tell us they want. No income restrictions, anything like that. And then, you have to have some equity in your house because, you can only go up to that 80%.
Yeah. which now a lot of people don't realize how much equity that they have in their house. So that's another thing of importance. If you're considering this, reach out to a realtor. We're hoping it's me. So when it's Cardinal and Company, reach out to a realtor and they can do a CMA, a market analysis of your home to determine how much equity that you have. So we'll do a report. It's basically a mini appraisal that says, hey, your home is worth this. You say that your mortgage that is remaining is this. And now we figure out that 80% of what's left, and we determine if you have viability to take out that bridge loan before you start pulling credit and start doing those other things. But I think that's it. Thank you so much for
You're very welcome.
coming out and doing this segment with us.
My pleasure.
It's Meghan MacAdams from TMF Mortgage Professionals at Shamrock Home Loans. You've been watching Next Level Home Ownership, sponsored by TMF Mortgage Professionals at Shamrock Home Loans. I'm Adam Cardinal, Cardinal and Company team at HomeSmart. We'll see you next time.